This is my series of splitting when having borderline personality disorder, the quiet type. Hello, I'm Chrissy, and this is my channel, Healing Speaks. All right, we are on episode 5. If you're new to my channel, be sure to check out the other episodes of what it's like to split when having borderline personality disorder, the quiet type. All right, so let's just dive straight into it. For this split, I want to let's talk about expecting others to choose sides. Expecting others to choose sides, particularly your side. Let's read about that. What is that split? So during a splitting episode, a person with BPD might expect others to agree with their perspective and become defensive or angry if others don't share their views. Let's read that again. During a splitting episode, a person with BPD might expect others to agree with their perspective and become defensive or angry if others don't share their views. Now, depending on the type of BPD you have, if you're the quiet type like me, you're not going to be defensive. You're not going to be angry. It's going to be internalized. You're going to shut down. Okay? That's what's going to happen if your side is not taken. You are actually done with that confrontation or that debate or whatever's going on in that situation with that person or within that group of people. You're not going to no longer share. You're going to be quiet. You're going to be like, okay, you didn't take my side, then forget it. You're going to just sit there and just watch. You might as well bring the popcorn and just watch everybody else debate, because you're just like, okay, fine. You don't value my opinion, then I'm not going to say anything. You can also go this route. If the person who you idolized didn't take your side, your perception of that person will change. You will go from like loving this person to not even liking this person no more because you're shocked. Like, wait, you didn't take my side? This goes with the other split that I talked about. When your perception of the person shifts, it changes. I talked about that split already. Make sure you check that out. But yeah, if the person you idolized didn't take your side, that's even worse. I would assume if you do not have BPD, a person that does not have BPD will be like, okay, whatever. You didn't take my side. It's all good. We can agree to disagree. Have you heard that before? We can agree to disagree. Oh no, not if you got BPD. There's no such thing as we can agree to disagree. This goes hand in hand with black and white thinking, which I will probably go over that type of splitting tomorrow. Let me not get ahead of myself. But it goes hand in hand with black and white thinking. But you're like, okay, how dare you didn't take my side? Like, you didn't take my side? And you just start to like, have you heard about the BPD stare? The BPD stare? Like when you just stare because it's like a coping mechanism. You become numb. So that is what it's like when I had my last confrontation. It was like I had to do this stare because I was shutting down pretty much. I'm not the outburst type and the anger. I don't show it and defensive. But there was a time that my opinion wasn't valued and my side was not taken, even during group therapy, but I'm talking about another time. And yeah, I just became very small, belittled, and I felt belittled. And that's what it feels like when your side is not taken. You feel like your opinion didn't matter. You feel worthless. You feel like alone, like nobody gets it. Nobody understands where I'm coming from. That's what it feels like when someone does not take your side. But going back to that point, because I kind of lost my thought when I said, if you don't got BPD, you can just brush it off like nothing, right? You could brush it off like nothing. Okay, we can agree to disagree. But if you got BPD though, we don't believe in that. We just believe in like, my side is right. How I saw this particular situation and giving my input on this particular situation is right. And if someone was to say like, oh, I don't think so, sorry, I don't agree on that, you will feel some type of way. So like I mentioned before, during a group therapy discussion, the topic was about isolation. And the The person who was teaching about isolation was saying things like, we shouldn't isolate ourselves. It's not good to isolate. You know, at one point we have to make sure that we're out and about interacting with people, you know, stuff like that, talking about isolation. But me, because I have GAD, major depressive disorder, and I love my peace, I love to be alone, I disagreed with him. So this makes me also think of black and white too. Like I said, they go hand in hand. Black and white thinking goes so hand in hand with this type of splitting as well. So I was like, I said, no, well, I like to be isolated. I can understand why people shouldn't be isolated. I can understand that because it can do a lot to you mentally if you're isolated all the time. But I love it though. And I still stand with that. There's no, I don't care what no one says. I still stand with, I love isolation because I love my peace. I like being in my home. I like to be alone. I do. And I still stand with that point. So I was making that point in group therapy. And you guys, everyone that was sitting down, you know how you sit in a circle. Everyone looked at me like, huh? I was the only one. I was the only person that had that opinion about not minding to isolate. Everybody looked at me like, nah. They gave me that. Maybe I was mind reading. I could have been mind reading because I mind read a lot. Maybe that's not what they thought, but I don't know. The way I was being looked at, I did not open up for the rest of the day. And he tried to challenge me. The teacher was challenging me, saying, no, people should not isolate. Us as human beings, we need to navigate through this world, interacting with one another, which I do. I interact with, I work, okay? I don't always stay in my house. I have to work. So I'm going to be around people when I'm at work. I'm going to be around people when I'm grocery shopping, when I'm shopping for clothes, you name it. When I'm doing errands, I'm going to be around people. I don't just shut people down when they want to talk to me. I'm a great listener. I will talk to people. I thought I was an introvert, but I'm not an introvert. I am the best person you can talk to, and I'm a great listener. But you have to make me talk. I don't just out of nowhere talk to somebody. Even if I'm at work, I don't just say, so how's the weather? No. So I'm interacting with people. So when he was trying to challenge me on that, but you don't isolate. So you're trying to tell me I need to be out and about making friends? I will make friends when I make friends. If I don't make any, oh well. If I do make some, great. So I was trying to make that point, but no, the room, the tension in the room was just weird. So I shut down. I did not share anything during group. I just wanted to go home, to be honest, because no one took my side. Not one person said, you know what? I like to isolate too. I talked about validation on my video yesterday. I love being validated, you guys. I have another video about validation. That's how much I love to be validated. Stay tuned for that type of video. I want to make a video about how my splitting can probably be reversed if you validate me. I'll make that another video of what I mean by that. Because I talked about, I go from strike three with people. Not strike one, strike two. I don't give chances and I hold grudges. And I go straight to strike three. I want to block you. I don't care about you no more. You're a bad person. However, I was thinking this literally today. Can my splitting be reversed where I can just hold on to that relationship? And it can. And it's through validation. Validation, you guys. If my opinion is validated, or if I'm validated as a human being in general, I don't care what it is, that is so much brownie points. I kid you not. So, like I said, for the fact that I was not validated, my opinion was not validated in that group discussion therapy, I shut down. I didn't share anything when it was my turn to share. I was like, no, you guys didn't take my side. So everybody, I guess I split it on everybody. I split it on everybody in that group discussion therapy, because I was done after that. Nobody took my side. And I said, why should I? No, you didn't take my side. So that's what it's like. That's what it feels like when people don't take your side. You don't care anymore. You don't care about those people anymore, or that person anymore. You just shut down. If you are the outgoing BPD person, you're going to be defensive and angry. You're going to show it. You're going to probably say things like, how dare you not take my side? Like I said, depending on who you're talking to, maybe you're not going to say that with a stranger. But if it's someone you idolize, you'll probably be like, I can't believe you did not take my side. Especially if it's like this. You took that person's side and not mine. You didn't see my point of view. valid. You didn't see my points, but you saw that person's points. Come on now. You would be like that, right? If you are that type of BPD, you probably had said something like that, like, what? Are you serious? And if that person you idolized and I take your side, you probably wanted it to end that relationship or not even talk to that person no more. I'm sure you ruined a lot of relationships because of this type of splitting. How many of you guys lost a lot of relationships because of this type of splitting, because someone did not take your side? It sucks when people don't take your side. I believe in BPD, we don't believe in let's agree to disagree, because no, agree with me. This is my opinion, and for the fact that you didn't agree with me, it hurts. It hurts times 10. So that is pretty much it. This one's a lot faster than my others. Comment below on what it's like for you, whether you're the outgoing or the quiet type, when others don't take your side. Like I said, this goes so hand in hand with black and white thinking, and you will see why. I would definitely discuss that splitting tomorrow. So be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell, you guys. Don't forget to hit the bell so that way you'll know every time I upload. I'm trying my best to be as consistent as I can. So yeah, don't miss any other episodes. Hit that bell so that way you'll know when I upload some content. And so yeah, that is pretty much all that I have for that type of splitting. And yeah, I always appreciate anyone that subscribes. If you hit that subscribe button, remember that means you high-fived me or you gave me a hug. Anytime that you subscribe to my channel, that's how I take it. And I love you guys. I'm starting to say that now. I said, let me start telling my subscribers that I love them, because I do. I love you guys so much. And because I'm not used to getting attention. I'm not. So that's why I love my channel. And it seems like I'm in a better mood ever since I created my channel. It's like my own channel heals me. I mean, hey, healing speaks. And since we're on that subject of healing speaks, as a reminder, my channel is going to be geared towards live streaming, because I want to hear from you. And what I mean by hear from you is you're going to click a link in my live stream. You're going to come up on my panel and we're going to all talk, discuss about the topic of whatever the topic is, because that's where the healing starts. I understand that not everybody's in therapy. Therapy is expensive. I understand people don't have health insurance. So this is why I created Healing Speaks. My channel is going to be your therapy. So subscribe if you think you can benefit from my channel. If not, it's okay. You can shadow watch. I know people like to shadow watch. They don't like to hit the subscribe button, but they will shadow watch. I call it shadow watching. So that's fine too. You don't have to push the subscribe button, but if you want to shadow watch my channel, that's cool. And so that's about it, you guys. And I will definitely see you in the next episode of Splitting when having borderline personality disorder, the quiet type. All right, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you soon.